We've mentioned two different ways of defining output, generally measured as GDP. There's the expenditure approach, Y equals C plus I plus G plus NX. Then there's the income approach, Y equals C plus S plus T. Now, both of these are accounting identities. That is, they're true by the way that we've defined these terms. But we can use them to identify what other relationships follow by necessity. Seeing these equations each equal to each other, and simplifying, we find that net exports are equivalent to savings minus investment and net taxes minus government spending. Now, what is that, T minus G? It's actually equal to the government surplus, or deficit if it's negative, which here in the United States, in recent decades, it almost always is. But does this double count some spending, since transfer payments are already taken out of T, net taxes? Actually, no. Such payments are also taken out of G. Why is that? Because G is a measure of government consumption of goods and services. The only type of government spending not included in G is literal transfer payments, like welfare and unemployment. Now, the administration of these programs and spending on the provision of other government goods and services are included. But raw dollars sent back to people aren't. Now remember, for the same reason T is net taxes, these funds go back to people or firms and can then be used on consumption or investment. So we don't want to double count here. Going back to this equation, net exports is equivalent to the savings gap and the government surplus. This accounting identity does not mean cause, it's just by definition. But what does this relationship mean? If there's a trade surplus, the net exports is greater than zero, then we are sending out goods to be consumed across the world in exchange for something other than goods to be consumed here domestically. Instead, we must be saving more than we are investing domestically. Savings must be greater than investment. And thus we're investing in assets, including by lending money in foreign countries, net foreign asset accumulation. And or we might also be running the government surplus. Taxes is greater than government spending. And thus building up government savings and repaying past government borrowing. If there's a trade deficit, so net exports is less than zero, then we are receiving more goods domestically than we are sending out internationally. This means that foreign countries are either investing in the US, savings is less than investment, and or the national government is dis-saving, that is on net borrowing. Net taxes is less than government spending. Whether they're borrowing from foreigners or from domestic citizens who would rather invest in the government than in the private marketplace or spend their money on consumption.